quarter, and we want to have you work during the day, Monday through Friday. We're going to keep your weekends off and keep your pay or whatever. Like, they just started throwing things at me. Like, can I have a parking spot? So they were like, okay. Like, I put them, lo puse nervioso because they were like, this guy's not freaking out. I'm like, okay, well, I'd like to have a moment to think about all this, and I'll get back to you.
You said something really important when you were talking about
and
that.
then I cried in the hallway. Go ahead.
I can tell. But you said something which is keeping a positive attitude. How important is for George to have a positive attitude, not only towards your career, but as a person?
A1. Plus, A1. Number one. Top of the list. Super tippy top of the list.
Why?
Because personally, I'm a sponge. So if you're negative around me, then I'm going to be negative. So I need to surround myself with positivity. I'm a sensitive person. And I absorb everything around me. So being positive to me already sends me in the right direction. It's raining, but you know what? My grass is getting water, so that's good.
True.
Or it's really hot outside, but I can go for a nice cool lemonade on my porch or whatever. I always look at my glass is always not half full. My glass is full to the top, because that way, if someone knocks my glass over a little bit, I still have more than half a glass. So positivity to me is A1, number one. It helps drive my day. It helps change my mood. And I like to think that it helps change the mood to the people around me because...
Oh, you do. And I can tell that because I've seen you. I've been living here in Orlando since 2010, and I have seen you on the news for such a long period of time now.
Oh, you're the one. Thank you.
And now, yes, I'm part of that. Part of people that know who Jorge Estevez is. And now being sitting right next to you for me is an honor. And that energy that you're talking about, it's what I feel from you. And that's why I ask you that, because you feed from energy, and most of us, we do too.
Right.
And surrounding yourself with positive people, as you said, it's very important in order to make your dreams come true. And it's part of life, and it's part of what the law of attraction is all about.
Yes. Right? There's that whole, put it out there and it will come back to you, or, if you say it enough, it'll happen, or all that stuff, right?
That's how it is.
I think it's important because if you go into the day with a positive attitude, you're going to make decisions that will affect you positively.
Is there something that you have regret in life? Something that maybe you have said, oh, I should have done this, or I should have said this, or I should have take this path in my life, or I should have come out earlier, not being, I don't know how old were you when you came out, but being able to handle all those situations. So is there something that you regret in your life, or are you pretty much proud of everything you have done, personally and professionally?
Oh, there's plenty of things I could have done better at, of course. Specific decisions, could I have left New York City for a different place? Should I have stayed in New York City because my family was there longer? Mm-hmm. Could I have come out, personally, could I have come out sooner? I came out to them at 23, 4, 5, I think. Mm-hmm. I came out to my family at 31. Yeah, I don't viejo yet. I was an old man at that point. 31, because I just wasn't ready. And to this day, my father and I do not speak. We have an estranged relationship. I'm going to be 44, and we don't speak. He's not interested. He can't accept. He's not tolerant. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't happen. My mother does not have a relationship with my husband. She talks to me, and I talk to her, and I do stuff for her, and I call her every day. And our relationship is not 100%. She's not accepting. So while all my family, my cousins, my aunt who passed away before she died, she was like, I don't care. We'll figure it out. Like, not something I expected. Mm-hmm. Oh no, something she expected. I mean, it's not like she's an idiot. Mm-hmm. But she goes, not something I wanted for you growing up, but times are different now. This was, 13 years ago. Mm-hmm. Times are different now, and people aren't going to hate you, and maybe some still will, but we'll figure it out, and people are more accepting, because they're afraid of what that choice. As per them, it's a choice, but they're afraid of that lifestyle and how that will negatively impact their family member. Mm-hmm. And now that it's less of a negative impact, then more of my family, they're like, okay, I get it. It's fine. But, so the choice to come out earlier, I always think, I wish I would have come out earlier, but I would not have been able to handle my father disowning me and my mother not accepting most of my life. If I was 17, mm-hmm. or if I was 22, or if I was still living at home, which I was at 26. Mm-hmm. So I applaud the generation now that they're able to do it, maybe more easily than our generation was, because times are different.
Yes.
You know, I always call it the pre and post Will and Grace generation.
That's true.
It's pre Will and Grace is a whole different world than post Will and Grace. Will and Grace, obviously, the half-hour comedy show that has come back now,
True.
and made gay life and being gay just different and more talked about.
And nowadays is everything about acceptance, and me being gay as well as you. It's we come from Latino families, which are very machistas in a certain way.
That's a whole other layer.
And sometimes it's hard for them to understand that we're not following maybe the right family path, what they call family, which is a man needs to be with a woman and have children. So that's some people
Tradition.
mindset.
Right.
So, and nowadays we live in a country which is basically open and respectful of our decisions and our life. Some people say it's the life you chose. It's not the life you chose. It's actually who you are.
Right. I mean, that's what I believe. I believe I was born this way. I mean, I can go back and relive memories of feelings and things that I was like, oh, that's not supposed to. I'm not supposed to feel that way, am I? You know, when you're looking at certain idols in the movies and films, you're looking at certain ones and not the others. You know what I mean? So those are kind of. But that was my story. Everyone's story could be different, and there's fluidity amongst that, and there's people who don't want to subscribe to an identity or gender or a sexual preference. I'm good. That's cool. I get it. I'm fine. You know, I have no problem with that. But my story is, you know, I was born gay, and I am gay, and I always will be gay, and who cares? Nobody cares. No one cares about my love life. It's very boring. It is not exciting at all. So it's just, you know, so yeah, I don't know if I answered your question. I don't know if I've answered any of your questions.
You have.
I feel like I'm just rambling.
And now, since you have answered all the questions I have made, we have a portion of the show which is fast questions, short answers.
Oh.
So are you ready for that?
I am ready.
So
I don't know.
It's fast question and short answers, and those are made for you to get to know you a little bit better on a personal side. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. Okay.
So the fast question, short portion of artistic spot begins now. Favorite color?
This is so horrible. Okay. Okay. Blue.
Favorite city?
New York City.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Flavor?
Flavor of steak?
No. Flavor.
Chocolate.
You like the steak flavor, that's good.
Right. Favorite flavor? Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. There you go. O arequipe, for those of you who don't know what that is.
Right.
Favorite country?
The United States.
If you were given the chance to go back in time, who would you like to meet?
I would love to meet... I'm going to say the Big J.
Why?
Because I want to find out.
What is your favorite artistic spot?
The beach.
And that's how we ended our fast question and short answer portion of artistic spots. I'm gonna give George a round of applause because he survived.
Oh my goodness!
And he has responded to all the questions.
I felt like I wanted to expand so much more on those answers.
Well, but you're more than welcome to come back to artistic spots and talk about
I would love
more of your life.
I would love to talk more. I would like more fast questions and short answers. What is it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the fast question and short answer portion of artistic spots, which you made.
Are those the same ones you ask everyone?
Some of them, yes. Some others, no. It depends on the vibe.
Who would you go back in time and meet?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
See? You don't like it, see?
No, actually, yeah. There's a difference between...
You know what I meant when I said the Big J? You know what I was talking about?
No, I don't. Just go ahead and let me know who that is.
Jesus.
There you go. I would love to meet Walt Disney.
Oh, I like that. That's a good answer,
too.
too.
That back in our episode in December. That he was.
Could you imagine what is in that man's... What was, may he rest in peace, in that man's head?
Incredible.
Like, everything he built and created and left the legacy. And he was so clear on his vision that even people after him were clear on what was supposed to happen.
And that's what we're looking forward on, letting people know, with people like you, that they can follow your path and be where you are and do whatever they want to do.
Well, I've learned from so many people before me and learned so many lessons that if I can just partake in some of what I've learned and pass it along to people.
And George, just to finish our podcast today.
There's another game?
No, unfortunately. But I'll make up one, which is a good thing.
What am I thinking right now?
Let's see. I don't know, it's too hard. So, George, I just want you to take your time to let our audience know and to give them a message of whatever you want to say to those people that are dreaming to make their wildest dreams come true It doesn't matter the country where they're from. It doesn't matter if they live here in the United States. No importa si hablan español o inglés. Is there a message for those dreamers out there who would like to follow your steps and make their dreams come true?
2 words: stay curious. Always ask questions. Always wonder. Always press the people in power. Always learn more. Always be curious. Curiosity is the center, I think, of everything. If you're curious about what's in this meal, you may learn how to make it. You may learn how to make it and make others and then like it and become a chef. If you're curious about why is this chair this way, maybe you can find out the ergonomics behind it and the physics behind it, and you can maybe make furniture and become successful at it just by asking questions. You're curious about what's happening in the government today. Does that mean at the age of 10 you're going to become a president? Maybe.
You never know.
Or maybe you're asking how it works or how a bill becomes a law, or just being curious. I think curiosity is everything. So my advice would be stay curious.
That's good.
Is it? Is that good?
Yes.
Did I do okay?
At the end of season 2, I'll be posting something on our social media, RJJ Design and Instagram, saying your quotes, because that's what we did with season 1. So we always take the highlights of whatever people tell us, because it's not only to give others and to make others understand that you can do anything in life if you surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
And you work hard.
It's so true. Stay curious and don't let anyone keep you from asking questions.
That's true.
That would be my quote.
Yes. Now, George, as a thank you gift for accepting our invitation on Artistic Spot, we have not only
gifts.
1 but 2 gifts for you.
Oh my
And
goodness.
this were specially made for you from Jose Gonzalez, who's my producer and my partner in this adventure called life. And the first...
Yeah, how's that, by the way?
Well, it's wonderful.
You get to work and live and...
There you go. It works perfectly fine, I can tell you. So we have this gift for you because we know that you love the beach. So this is for you, and it was made for you.
That's so funny, because one of my answers to what's my artistic spot, I said the beach.
Yes, see? We're connected.
Get out of my head.
There you go. You asked me, what am I thinking now? I got you.
Look at this. This
See?
is incredible. Who made this?
He did it. So he's
Did
an
you
artist,
really?
and Jose made that for you.
Oh, look, did you sign it? You have to sign
He
it.
did, yes. And we know that you're not Venezuelan, but we are.
Yes.
And
By the way, how about everything? And it's a lot.
It's a lot happening, but I think it's the last step that we're heading to freedom. And that's why we decided to bring this for you, so you can have and remember this moment that we spent together by having. That's our flag.
I just got chills.
There you go.
These are birds.
Those are actually butterflies.
They're butterflies.
And
birds are butterflies
Yeah.
equally as goosebumpy.
Exactly. So there's 7, and that is called Butterflies of Freedom. And it actually represents
I got
all
chills
the people
again.
like us are working hard to follow steps from people like you in another country, because we're not able to have that opportunity in our country now. So, and we just want you to remember this gift and remember this moment that we spent together in this
This is
amazing episode of Artistic Spots.
This is so cool. I wish. I mean, for those guys listening to this, it's like 3 inches by like 10 inches, and it's the flag in little squares with like actual 3D butterflies traveling up, and that's amazing. And then there's this little easel, another cube drawing of the beach on a little wooden easel, and it's amazing.
So that's for you as a thank you gift. We really appreciate you accepting our invitation, and
So-
it's an honor.
So no cash, right? There's no cash here.
No, we can talk about that.
Okay. No, I'm kidding. This is incredible. Thank you so much. And really, this is, first of all, my first podcast ever.
There you go. There's always a first time for everything.
You always remember your first. And
That's
this is my first podcast. And I hope I didn't suck. So thank you.
You're awesome.
It was
Thank
supposed
you.
to be more Spanglish, but the English just kind of came.
But that's perfectly fine. So we had a lot of English-speaking audience today, so
Yes.
that's perfectly fine. So those of you listening to us on Artistic Spots, we'll be right back next week with another guest. And if you want to listen over and over again, you can just go ahead and go to Spotify and iHeartRadio and search Artistic Spot and listen to this amazing podcast with Jorge Estevez.
Thank you. Thank you so much, you
Thank
guys.
you.
This
It's
was
been our honor
really fun.
to have you on the show, okay? So you guys remember, in Artistic Spots, you are also the artist.